Alright, let's finish off these parks, paths, and ponds. Straight back into it. No time to waste. I'm not actually in a rush today, it's quite nice. Right. Double HP Moabs, 3 to 65. Should be fine. Where do we want sorter? Bottom or top? Let's think about this. Odd rounds are coming out the bottom, right? Yep. I was just making sure that wouldn't swap to 4. Odd rounds through the bottom, even rounds through the top. Odd rounds, even rounds. I'd want sorter to help out with the Moab. So, I want to put sorter maybe here. I think would be nice. We'll just see how that goes, really. But at the same time, that means 0 defense for the bottom path. I'm not about that, so we'll go with something that can hit both. The sacrifices I make. Anyway, we will still lose some lives here, but that's okay. We can always get them back. We've got helicopters after all, so life is not too stressful. Never get Seeking Shuriken first. It is a trap. I've played enough games of chimps to know that. Every time I start with a ninja, Seeking Shuriken always crops up first, and of course you can't lose any lives on that. But it's always a trap. It always abandons you at the last second. Every single time without fail. There we go. Seeking Shuriken's only realistically good once you get either Ninja Discipline or Sharp Shurikens. If you're like sort of starting mid-ish rounds, like between 20 and 40, then first of all you should have enough money to be able to buy everything you want, or at least more than what you start with here. But overall, it is much better to buy Seeking Shurikens after you've bought at least top path tier 1. Alright, now that we have that functional, leads round 28 and 30, both even rounds, so putting sorter up here wouldn't be terrible. I mean, we can use the ability either way. It's not like that's going to restrict us. But what I was thinking was, if we have sorter here, then I'm probably going to put a boomerang down here to not only provide lead popping power for the bottom path, if sorter's ability's on cooldown, but also to provide popping power in general. So I'm going to get ourselves a nice little... range doesn't really matter too much here, because we will be getting the range increase. But yes, I was planning on getting a bionic boomer. That will be our Moab popping power for round 40. Good stuff, eh, chaps? Anyway, we are all good. We are all good. When did I last record? Yesterday. Was it yesterday? No. Yes. But the day before that, I watched the Saw movie, so I already discussed that. Just checking. Right. I mean, nothing too eventful happened today at work. It was a pretty standard day. One of my colleagues had to leave early to sadly attend a funeral. But I sorted out all the necessary shit that we needed to do, so it was all good. There is actually a few things we need to do tomorrow morning before we even start work, but I think they're all sorted. I think. At least for the most part, should be. But yes, work is going well. Everybody around me at work seems to talk about their hours and how many hours they do each week. And they're like calculating how much they should be getting paid based on those hours. And yes, I feel it is important to, keep track of and make sure you're being paid the right amount, of course. But I don't know, I just don't do it as often as they do. I just see money coming in that's like more money than I got for doing my paper round when I had one. And I'm just like, fuck yes, that works for me. It's more than like 15 bucks. So yeah, that I will take. Okay, we don't actually have the ability. I want the turbocharge for round 40. Just realized that. Because yeah, turbocharge, insane. Also, if you ever get a chance to get a permacharge in a game of BTD6, absolutely do it. It is an insane tower, and I love it. Would highly recommend it too. Incredibly strong. But no, for now, we need to get this turbocharge, and then from there, we need to get our lives back as soon as we can. So once we get this, we guarantee that round 40 is gonna die, and possibly quite a few rounds after that. Ooh, that was sneaky. A few almost got through there. But yeah, I think would be good to buy ourselves some extra lives again. I guess I should probably aim it. Oops. Oh no, wait. Yeah, we got the we got your boy for this. Maybe we'll chuck that down just for a little bit of help. Don't fly away just yet. Not that you can actually help here. Ooh, are we dead? Ooh, unfortunate. Maybe we don't buy quad darts. Balloon Jitsu, that's kind of boring if we get that now. Let's just not buy quad darts and instead go for IFR. That'll clean up all that bullshit. I suppose we could also save Sorter's ability instead, which might be a smarter idea, come to think of it. Because yeah, we did just prove that we didn't actually need to use Sorter's ability there. Do your own thing, thank you. Okay, I love helicopters on pursuit. It means I don't have to worry about anything. Nice. Double HP, but it doesn't matter because this boy's on the job. Just the difference, man. Turning that thing on, just 0 to 100 real quick. It's beautiful. Okay, but now we do need to focus on purely getting our lives back, because otherwise it's gonna take a while. And I don't know if we'll be able to do this shit without all of our lives. Well, we should be able to. Pat's Pond's the only real pain in the ass, if I'm honest. So I guess I'm saving my lives for that, but at the same time, it's not an extreme mode Odyssey, so don't realistically need to save a lot of lives. Just need to be able to, you know, have enough to start. Really, you know, once you get started, piss, you know. It's like, it's why I say if you can get to round 40 on a map, you can probably get to round 100. You know, unless it's on chimps mode where you can't like farm or anything, but overall it's not too bad, you know. Clean these up. There we go. Damn, look at this soloing pink balloons. Well played, my little Chinook friend, or soon-to-be Chinook friend. How many lives does this thing get? Is it like 10? I think it's 10. Something like that. A couple of fortifieds in there. Nothing we can't handle though. Beautiful. Okay, that might be a little bit of a struggle city. Let's use the ability. Get the support Chinook. Oh yeah. Now we're raking in the money. Well, we will be. Ooh. Regrow farm slightly. That's fine. Clean. Maybe I should have farmed a little longer, come to think of it. Hey, blowback is amazing. May as well farm a little bit. Let them all get blown back. Get the money and the lives. Oh, cool. 10 lives each round. Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Hey. Shit. I need to work on my timing. Right, who else have we got on the team that I've just been completely ignoring? We do have a Spectre. Why is there a grave at the end of the pool? I didn't know. Why is there a grave at the... Oh, Halloween. For some reason, the one at the end struck me as normal. But the one at the start, I was like, oh, yes, of course, it's Halloween. Weird. Let's get a plane. With never miss and camo detection capabilities. It's good that we did. I didn't even realize there were camo balloons this round, but that works out exceptionally well. Okay, how are we looking? Oh, beautiful. Regrow farms are a thing of the past. I didn't want to get anything too damaging so that we couldn't, like, regrow farm. Or not regrow farm, but, like, stall, mainly. Stall just to get our lives back. Because that's what I'm aiming for. Go, blow it back. Nice. And again. Please. That should blow it back. This one we can jump on. And pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it, pop it. What the fuck? Do 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 do. Caltrops, yeah, fuck it. Just throw shit all over the ground. Throw spikes on the slide, because why not? All the other psychopaths are doing it these days. Okay. Not bad. 10 rounds to go. Sword has finally got balloon bleed. Thank God. What do I want? Recursive cluster. I feel like it's the only reason I bring the, Okay, we didn't lose any lives there, but we came very close. Oh, we're gonna lose lives here. Probably. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna set up a recursive. I mean, I could put it there, but where's the fun in that? Let's put it here, so it gets early balloons messed up, and then the late balloons can get cleaned up by whatever. Oh yeah, this is much better, so much better. And then if I want to change it, I can always move it. Power of the support chip, boundless. Suppose I could also do something like that. Just chuck a few of those out. Oh, I didn't even realize you can't even reach that top part. That's okay, because that can be amended right after we get our last life back. You move to like here instead, maybe. Does that work? Let's find out. Hey, you do somewhat throw some back on this one. That works for me. We get spiked mines, and then all will be good. Oh, right, yeah. Sorry, kind of forgot. Sorta does all the work in that department. This should be fine. Don't see why it would be a problem. The ultimate cleanup. I suppose it would be good to have a second one of these. Maybe I do put it up here. Just to help out with 63. when we get there. If it's in a shit spot, I can always move it with the support Chinook again. I think that's my favorite thing about support Chinook. Anytime you put something in a shitty spot, don't worry about it. Problem will fix itself. Just wait for the ability to finish. How are we looking? Shit spot? Not a shit spot at all. Beautiful. Alright. Everything's coming up Millhouse. Oh, what was it that I brought up today that made my mates crack up at work? Oh, right, the thing with your hands. Right. I don't know how to explain this. I can't really explain it very well. Index finger and thumb, right? You overlay those two just near the tips. And in, I don't know which Asian culture it is, but in an Asian culture, it sort of symbolizes a heart and represents like love, right? So you put your index and your thumb together, and it sort of looks like a heart. It's a very tiny heart. It's very adorable. I love it. And it's sort of just like, I think a lot of K-pop groups will do it to their fans to be like, oh, love you, sort of thing. I might be wrong. My apologies if I am. But there's the tiny heart thing, right? That you can do with your thumb and index. Then development, I found out that there's like another heart you can do with your index and your middle finger, where you sort of like pretend you're a bird with only two toes, and like raise the middle finger toe up, but like still have it angled like a claw. And then you put another lot of that together and it sort of looks like a bigger heart. And also that, you know, you do one side and then another person can do the other and sort of like form the heart together, and it's super adorable. Anyway, I went up to my mates at work the other day, or today actually. Don't know why I said the other day. But I went up to them and I was just like, you guys know how you do the whole, you know, like two-fingered thing makes like half a heart, and then someone else does the other half a heart. It's cute. You make a full heart. I tried doing it, and I was just like, I can't make it look like a heart. Best I got is like a uterus. And I showed them, and they were just like, oh my god, you do just make a uterus. And I can't figure it out. I just keep making like a uterus with my fingers instead of a heart. I don't know, like maybe I'm just not crooked enough, or like I'm too crooked and I need to smoothen out. I don't know. Anyway, that was a hilarious revelation today that made both of them crack up laughing, which I take as a win. Okay, round one start usually means you can go with pretty much anything. Maybe not an alchemist, but other than that, usually most towers are pretty decent round one. Maybe don't go for a village either, or a banana farm, but you know, if common sense is your forte, then you will have already ruled those out by now. Oh god, I'm still so sad that doesn't give a range increase anymore. Like, I get it that I still get the range increase later with the Seeking Shurikens, but it's just sad, you know? Maybe it does, maybe it has made Seeking Shurikens a more viable option now for starting, come to think of it. I hadn't considered that, but yeah, maybe now with the recent change, it would be more viable that way. Hey, and we actually have a reason to like remove these pieces because Sorta wants to go there. So you know, that's nice, that's handy. It does mean it'll be like an extra 250 or something, right? Yep, extra 250 and then that can happen. Still don't know why the removal thing for that is up here, but I do like how you can sort of tell how it's going to happen, you know? Remove that, this disappears. You remove that, this disappears. You remove that, this disappears. Same thing with this one, you remove that, this, and then maybe this at some point? I don't remember which one controls that, but one of them does. Anyway, We just need that one removed so we can slide sorta in nice and comfortably into the middle of the map without, you know, these stupid jagged rocks getting in the way. You know, because you can't place on stupid jagged rocks for some reason. Anyway, we just slip you in right there. Nice. And you level up. Beautiful. But yes, everything seems fine. Man, I've had that chocolate bar sat on my desk for a few days now. And although it technically isn't true, we are in summertime in Australia. I say that it technically isn't true because technically summer starts in wait, yeah, December. It starts in December. But here's the thing, it's hot as hell, which basically just means it's summer. And so that thing's probably melted a little since I got it. But I'm not sure I'm a big fan of that type of chocolate, which is why I left it in the first place. Let's go double shot before we get the heli. We can delay the heli a bit now that we know how how much lives we can actually get back within a small period of time. I do want to get white hot spikes so that we don't have to spam sort up the leads every time, but yeah, at the same time, I don't know. Ooh, I will tell you another little snippet of work. So there's this person at work that has been there since I started working there, and essentially I've never met anyone like her before. She is incredibly combative and on the offense at almost any given point in time. Even if you're trying to compliment her or praise her for doing a good job, she will somehow always turn it, first of all, into an argument, and second of all, into an argument that she's winning. Don't know how she does it. Actually, I know exactly how she does this. Pretty much like anything you could ever nitpick from a situation at any given point in time. Sometimes, even if it's not related at all to the conversation you're actually having, you just take it out and just zone in on it. Hyper focus on it, right? If you say something like, wow, your hair looks really good today, she is the type of person to be like, are you saying it doesn't look good every day? And just cannot take a compliment, immediately turns it into an insult somehow, and then starts a bit of a battle, so to speak. Sort of like a random Pokemon trainer that you encounter, you know? Just like, my shorts are a little tight today. You know? You could just say any old shit, and it's just immediately like, on the offense, ready to go. You want to fucking take this outside. And today, I shared my secret with a mate of how I sort of put up with her and deal with her when it comes to those sort of situations, when I'm just trying to have a regular conversation. Like, how I sort of diffuse the argument situation and get things back on track. I told him about it, and we both did it today to her. She was just like, you guys aren't fun. And essentially, what it was is that anytime, you know, we're just saying like, oh yeah, the weather's pretty nice today, and then she'll just randomly jump out of nowhere and be just like, are you saying that I'm not pretty nice? Or some bullshit like that. Like, it really doesn't have to be related. She will turn anything into an argument. And essentially, she'll always try and put words in your mouth. So she'll always be just like, are you saying this? Are you saying that? And it'll be the complete opposite of what you just said. And it won't have matched any single word that ever came out of your mouth that day. Let alone in that moment. But yeah, anytime she ever says something like that, which is like, oh, you think I'm not pretty? I immediately just go, yes. And it's amazing because her entire argument is built on the fact that she's set up something for you that you have supposedly said, even though you haven't. And then I've just 100% agreed with her. And she's like, well, fuck me, I didn't expect that. So there's been quite a few times today, or not today, but just in general, when she's come up with some bullshit. Like, oh, you're trying to say this? And I've just been like, 100%. You heard every word that came out of my mouth. It matched exactly what you just said there. I 100% believe that and agree with you. And then she just looks at you like, okay, but you didn't though. And I was just like, well, if you said I did, I did. There you go. Problem solved. Situation finished. We agree with each other. Nothing more to discuss. Anyway, back to what we were talking about before, work-related topic. And it's just so beautiful, because it works every time, and she really doesn't know what to do about it. But yeah, I told my mate about it today, and then I saw him use it on her, and I was just like, it's working beautifully now. Because then you can also sort of like switch it back on her, where it's like she'll make a mistake and say something, or she'll get halfway through saying something and then not sort of fully know how she was going to finish saying it, and then you cut her off and just be like, oh, so you're assuming this? Oh, that's terrible of you to do. Weirdly enough, despite it being like super annoying at times, now it is one of my favorite encounters at work, where it's like, oh boy, here it comes the combat. It's like every time I see her at work, I just instantly hear Skyrim music being like dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Just like fucking combat music out of nowhere, just like, where's the dragon? Come on. Bring it out. I know it's around here. It really is amazing. And I think that's how I'm surviving so well at work. Like, don't get me wrong, the main reason I'm doing so well at work is because I've got friends that I have a good time with every time we work together. Like, without fail. It's just every single time's a good time. And so they're helping keeping me sane. But like, you know, for situations like that, I guess I'm sort of twisting it to be a positive thing rather than such a negative thing. Because originally, I think I did make a video at one point. It might have been an Odyssey, where I talked about her previously in a sort of negative light, just because of how out of context she took things. But now I just see it as a fun sort of game to play at work, where it's like, how can I twist this? How can I make this, you know, as horrific as she says it is? Because I know she can take a joke. And a lot of the times when she does that sort of shit, she is messing with us. I should actually have pointed that out beforehand. She is completely messing with us when she's doing that. It's never a case of confusion, even when she's like, oh, so this is what you're saying? It's never a case of confusion whatsoever, because she hears the words that comes out of our mouths. You know, it's very clear cut what we're saying. No one's ever ambiguously like, oh, the stars don't shine brightly upon you today, do they? And it's like, no, because it's fucking the daytime, not nighttime. Anyway, but yeah, we're never that ambiguously vague to the point where it's like, you know, you could take this either way sort of thing. It's always just like, today is a good day, or, you know, your hair is looking lovely today. And then out of nowhere, it'll just be like, oh, I heard the words hate, 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 hate. Explain. And then we're like, yep, nothing wrong with your hearing. It's exactly what we said. No room for other words. In fact, are you still hearing it now? I'm still saying it now. These are the things you have to do to survive at my job. I think the thing that would actually annoy me though is if like she did sort of take it to heart. If we agreed with her and we're just like, yep, you're right, that's exactly what we said. We said you look like shit today. try again tomorrow, you know? I feel like if we said that and then she was immediately upset and like went to talk to HR or something about it, that would absolutely put a bummer on my day, and I'd probably just avoid talking to her overall. But no, good company. And I don't mean the company I work for. Good people company. That's pretty much all you need to have to survive in a workplace. Like, I should probably make a tier list of my favorite employees. Not like as a YouTube video, that would be kind of weird. But, and I don't want to sort of say their names out loud. I've probably said some of their names out loud, but few and far between, plus I wouldn't have said any last names or anything like that, so it should be fine. But yeah, I'm thinking I might make a tier list. Maybe at work. God, that would be amazing if I just did it on the pre-production whiteboard. Just make a tier list of everybody that works there. I'd do my best to avoid putting any singular person in a particularly low tier, so to speak. Let's clean that up. But yeah, maybe I could make a realistic tier list and then throw it around my sort of tight group of friends, and they'd probably agree with me. But, yeah, I'm really tempted to do that now. Oh my god. Well, if I get fired in a few days, you know why. Someone saw it, and they immediately leaked it. Do we need to spend more money? I don't think we do. I think we've got this covered. I think ever since we got spiked mines, we've sort of been fine. Nothing else really needed. Maybe we'll get a permacharge for the memes. Well, not for the memes, but oh no, we can't even afford it. I thought for some reason we had like a couple more rounds after that. I guess not. Anyway, Pat's Pond. Terrible map. Let's go. I don't think Pat's Pond was originally in the game. I think it came into the game later on, which sucks even more. Right, well, we're gonna start with Sorta. She can clean up that side first and then focus on the other side when she gets a chance. Don't know how many of those she'll get, but yeah. I'm gonna try and place a plane at some point. I don't really want to place a heli on this map because it'll just get stuck in the middle trying to decide which side of the map is more important. Because I don't put my helis on anything other than pursuit. Or if I'm feeling particularly scandalous, I'll control it myself, but I'm too lazy to do that all the time, so I don't. Right, we'll have Sorta at that side, Ninja at this side, and then that way it sort of takes the pressure off. Camera detection will be a solved problem. Then we'll go for the plane, I think. Although, is that really a good idea when we need, what is it, Moab popping power around 40? Ooh, what do I want for Moab popping? I suppose I could get boomerang either side. Could work, could work. We'll think of it. Anyway, Pat's Pond sucks. Thought you'd all maybe forgotten. But no, it really sucks. I am never a fan of this map. Although, despite saying that, I will say that I think this map and a couple others have made me a better BTD6 player by forcing me to play them. Because I have a lot better of a time on Pat's Pond these days than when I used to. I do remember there was a video where Pat's Pond took me a few hours to complete. Not just a few minutes. So, you know, good progression, good progression. Also, I did heavily rely on water towers when it came to Pat's Pond originally. You know, I'd put a lot of pirates and subs and all that. Just throw caution to the wind and just throw them down everywhere I could. We will need a form of lead popping power on both sides of the map. Sorter's ability cannot do both. Well, I mean it can, but it would have to be very specifically timed, and even then, round 28 and 30 wouldn't work well because you'd need to jump on the leads here to get both sides of the map hit, but it wouldn't last long enough for the leads over here to make it there. So, yeah, it's a bit odd. So, where do I want 2 boomerangs to do this? I guess I kind of want... No, I don't want it that early. I want... If I'm going to place a bomb shooter, I'm going to make sure that its extended range can see the very start of wherever I want it to shoot, so to speak. Simply because the longer time you give this bad boy to see and identify the threat, the more likely it'll be to just decimate whatever you're trying to kill. And I guess that's the same with pretty much every tower. But what I'm trying to get at is like things like round 63 and 76, things like that. Sometimes, if it only gets one hit off and it's not the recursive cluster, it doesn't really do much. So if it can get at least 2 hits off every single big wave, then you know you're in the clear. I do want to get Never Miss, but at the same time, will I have enough money for real Moab damage? Because that's just sort of leading up to Spectre damage. There's not realistically like a good tower. Whoops, too far. Anyway, we get that. We put the boomerangs on the other side. I just got a notification from the game. That's all good. I thought it was a person. Also, keep this in mind, right? Another reason why I think once you've beat round 40, you can kind of just beat the rest of everything. It's because round 40 is the testing wave, you know? It tests you to see if you can beat a Moab. Which is great, you know? But then, usually, if you can beat the Moab, the next Moab arrives around 50, which gives you a massive window of opportunity to build up your defense during that time. So for example, if, like me in this situation here, you don't feel like you have amazing, you know, Moab popping capabilities, you see how you go? Jump on it maybe. Oh no, not great, not great. Sort of go back, come back in, just like, okay, rethink the strategy, maybe use the sorter ability later, which is what I'm gonna do. Oh, too early again. But yeah, so essentially, you get through round 40, easy enough. Then you got yourself a nice chunk of rounds to get a bit further next time. Too late. Yeah, you've really got to be on the trigger for this one. All right, let's instead try getting a recursive. That should help quite drastically, I would assume. Oh yes. There you go. Then you can relax. I will get cluster bombs and heavy bombs over here, just because I do feel like Sorter is, you know, sort of lagging behind a bit. I'm seeing a lot of balloons sneak past down this side, but not a lot sneaking past the top. Ooh, just as I say it, you cheeky little shits. Okay, but it's all good. Problems are solved. Let's buy that. Let's buy camo detection. Good. A bit more global defense. That's what I was looking for. Anyway, every single upgrade we get between now and round 50, we do in fact just spike our odds of being able to slam this next lot of Moabs, like Balloon Jitsu right there. Boom. Brilliant upgrade. We will also get a recursive cluster down this side. We've already got the never miss targeting, which I think is going to be the best upgrade that we've gotten so far, just because it's global cleanup on a map that really sucks if you have to wait for a balloon that just got past these losers to take all the time to get to here for the ninja to pop it. Don't get me wrong, better than losing the life, but at the same time, pain in the ass. So never miss. Never miss is beautiful. Guess we go for turbocharge. Yeah, turbocharge will work. Let me just think about this for a second. I think other than... Ooh, a little too much. I think other than maybe the top path of the Monkey Ace, tier 5. Or tier 4 to 5, I should say. There we go. Other than the top path, I think all the tier 4s for the Monkey Ace could lead into any tier 5. If that makes sense. Like... Never Miss, for example, sprays out a good chunk of darts, and they just sort of seek the enemy balloons. I feel like you could easily just convince that and the Spectre to just turn into a Sky Shredder instead. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just cut that immediately. Also, we need more popping power on the bottom path, and that is very abundantly clear. So, put our friend Boomerang number 2 down here. Does he need to swap arms? He does need to swap arms. And then things will be much better. Bang, bang. Much better. I do feel like we still need a little bit more defense down there. It is quite worrying when the balloons get very close to the end and you're like, will they actually, you know, get popped, clean up, things like that. I suppose if I do something like this, it does sort of help reinforce. Yeah, see? Lives lost just sort of out of nowhere. It really depends on what Never Miss is doing, what Ninja is aiming for. Whole bunch of mumbo jumbo. But yes, maybe it would be better if I put the recursive clusters closer to the end rather than the beginnings. That is definitely some food for thought. On the other hand, though, what if I just do this? Also, now that I've placed 2 boomerangs, I no longer know which one's ability will activate when I want it to. If I'm just gonna hit like the number 2 on my keyboard. So I'm gonna do it manually now. Whoops, wrong button. Sorta hit it. Okay, oh, cleaned that up that time. Saw it with my own eyes. Wait, why did that power you up? I thought I powered this guy up first. Oh, I never powered you up at all, did I? No, I just pressed the wrong button and everything was fine anyway. Yeah, see? That's my only issue. I wish when you hovered over the ability you were going to click, it would highlight exactly what monkey was using that ability. Right, so like if I hovered over this, it would highlight which one would get activated when I press this button next. So for example, click, it activated this one. I wish it had highlighted the monkey. There. Surprisingly good timing, but still. Would be nice. Would be nice. Okay, okay, we fine, we fine. Do you think I need maybe another ninja? Okay. Anyway, things are going swimmingly. They're getting cleaned up where they need to be cleaned up. They're getting knocked down where they need to be knocked down. Right, yes. Let's just do that. We'll never see camo leads ever again for the rest of this game, so it doesn't really matter if we throw that away, sort of thing. Are we good to clean that up? Oh, yes. Good timing, Recursive. Good timing. Okay, okay. And, you know, in some of these situations, would prefer to have an elf sort of help buff things. But beggars can't always be choosers. Maybe I'll just really hammer one side in particular with like all of the defense. And then the other side can just cope. Nice. I was really hoping he'd go up there. Ooh, those are sneaking through though. Damned fortified Moabs. What was I placing? Boomerang. Here. I remember now. No, it's fine. And that is not. Wrong one. Beautiful. That's okay, because there's a follow-up. Good timing. Sweet. Home, Alabama. How do we do? 63. Do we obliterate you like I want us to? Does seem that way. Cool. Can we keep it up though? Activate that. Just to help out a little more. And clean up. Didn't even see it hit the screen. That was the point. Oh, lives lost. Alright. I think now is the time. Are we ready? Are we ready at this point in time? I think we might be. Let's do it. Oh, we are more than ready. Right. What 4th and or 5th tier do we want to utterly destroy this? Crossbowmaster's a classic. Feel like we could get away with putting one maybe... That's actually pretty difficult for a crossbowmaster to do everything. Sky Shred is also a classic, but that's expensive. Just out of budget. Spectre was originally my thought. So... I think I want to try... How much is Crossbowmaster? 23,000. How much is Spectre? 25,000. Okay, so we're close to the budget of being able to afford both on the actual upgrade itself, not the upgrades leading up to it, plus the upgrade itself. So I think I would have a Crossbowmaster here. Right. That should shred anything between here and 80 for the most part. And then I will have this guy back. Sort of work up to him. You can pop everything. You can almost pop everything. I think we're in a good spot. Let's see how that pans out. Okay, can sort of clean that up. Yep. Okay, not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Ooh, that was a little cheeky. Not gonna lie. get myself there just a little bit. But yeah, there comes a time and a place for when your regular shitty low-level defense overall just needs an upgrade. And when you sell everything and just buy something really fucking good, super satisfying, and just mwah, beautiful sort of French kiss type. French kiss? No, chef kiss kind of moment. Why did you do that? I thought you would have. Anyway, beautiful chef kiss moment. You just love to see it. Okay, good. Problems are being solved as they're being made. I wish that happened every day, but it does not. Let's do this. Properly clean that up. I could also just buff it with the village. It's an incredibly viable option. Bang, bang, bang. Crit. What the fuck? I don't want to redo this. I'm going to continue, and I'm not going to spend that $5,000 that it gave me. God damn it. Or rather, I will, but I'll spend it on something useless. This. 1,295. That's about 5,000, right? That's more than 5,000, because it bumped me up to 17,000 something. Anyway, that we're never going to use. Although I did recently just suggest using it, but that is the money we got from the continue. We will not be needing it. We will not be using it. I just don't want to start from round 1 on Pat's Pond again, because this is shit. And I know we can do without it. So... Okay, come on. Jump on that. Okay, fine. Fine. I'll get another friend. Wait, gotta waste my money again. Can't forget that. Something like that. Yes, another friend. Because clearly this is not working out too well. Another friend here? I guess so. Yeah, let's get back our old friend. You're not in the range, right? Good. Somehow I planned that perfectly. Get back our old friend Boomerang. With his lovely ability. One of the few towers I did regret selling to afford Crossbow Master. Luckily, it is back. Good stuff. Let's just use the ability here. Really just set this thing into motion. God damn. Just clean that up. Just to get off the round so I don't have to keep selling and rebuying this. Trash. But yes. We are all good to go again. I think realistically what I need to do is place down another tower around this side so that Crossbow Master can literally just be clean up for this side and doesn't have to worry about any shit that gets past him. So I think I might just do this as well, because regular Moabs that get to that side can be a slight problem, but overall it's mainly the fortified Moabs that are a bit of a deal when it comes to Crossbow Master, so if we can just juice up this side to destroy them before they even get close, and then Crossbow Master has friends back here to help him out, I think that's a good sign. Overall, I guess what I'm trying to say is keep your shit balanced. You got a powerhouse on the left-hand side, you need a powerhouse on the right-hand side. AKA these three. Once your shit is balanced, you no longer have to worry about your shit. Simple stuff, simple stuff. Either that, or use Monkey Knowledge. Have Monkey Knowledge turned on, you won't have to worry about a thing that I'm saying. Okay, good, good, good. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, please don't put me back at round 3. It's like a 50-50 chance of it happening. Yes! Okay, we good. I don't actually know if it is a 50-50 chance or what decides it, but essentially if you pause the game while your lives are on 0, sometimes if you back out and restart, your towers will be there. Sometimes if you back out and restart, you'll be back on the starting round with 0 towers, and you must go again, which is incredibly unfortunate. It's happened to me quite a few times, and I've been understandably upset, also known as absolutely livid. Nope. Not going through that torment again. Help the crossbow master out a bit. He does struggle when it comes to larger groups. He did go for faster shooting, not the extra pierce. Okay. I think it is getting close to that time again, where we sell unnecessary stuff to buy some really good shit. But we'll see if we can get through it without having to sell anything first. Okay, we didn't lose lives there, surprisingly. Oh yes, we will need to boomerang this shit. Nice. Round 75 is pretty notorious for having a shitload of grouped up bullshit. Oh, thank you, Recursive Cluster. Could not have gotten through that bullshit without you. Now, Crossbow Master, if you would. Thank you. Nicely done. That's what the regrow rate's meant to be. Pathetically weak. Meanwhile, every challenge on the planet's upgrading it by like 200%. Not fun. Not fun. Never did understand that. Then again, I guess it's subjective, isn't it? Ooh, that looks scary. Alright, we're doing it. We're doing it. That was the last straw. You. Sorry. Go away. Oops. Probably could have sold you later, huh? Oh well, as long as it happens before we die, it'll be fine. Before, not after. There we go. All you really need is 2 good towers. Hence why there's a lot of 2-towered chimps combos. You get 2 good towers, the rest you don't really... Oops, no, you may not benefit from that. Absolutely not. That is the last thing you can actually utilize and benefit from. You know what? That's so terrible. I'm gonna spend a bunch of money and sell it just to make up for it. Terrible, terrible me. Because I got cash to burn right now. Like, I don't think we need to place anything else. Okay, anyway. Just in case you guys are thinking to yourself, hey, you didn't spend 5 grand. First of all, I did. But second of all, I just spent even more on towers that will not gain any value in being used. whatsoever. Also, that was a waste of an ability. So if you were thinking as well, hey, you didn't have that ability. First of all, I think I did. Can't remember fully, if I'm honest. Like 90% sure. But anyway, doesn't matter. We win. And anybody with monkey knowledge will not have to struggle. Mana shield is a lovely thing. Boop, boop, boop. Good times. And there we go. That is Pat's Pond finally done. And of course, like I said, I have been getting better at this, but at the same time, Pat's Pond is still an asshole. So, there we go. That has been Parks, Paths, and Ponds. We did one of everything, including a village that we placed specifically to take away 5 grand that we were given. Unrightly so. Why can't I just hit retry last round and pay monkey money for that rather than give me extra money and let me do it again? No, I just want the same challenge and I want to be able to tackle it at the same time. Anyway, let's see what we get. Plain, you were an MVP here. Why not? Get some new monkey aces. Yeah, okay, we'll get some more. Very nice, very nice. Everything's unique. Alright, now we'll just go Lucky Dip. See what we get. Village. Glue gun. Very nice. Alright. That has been Parks, Paths, and Ponds. And by Ponds, they mean the one. Because I don't think any of these other ones were actually named Pond. Nope, just Pat's. Pat's little pond. Anyway. That's been this Odyssey done. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves and have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.